Hey, my friend, this is Gavin Mountford here, founder of 6-Step Social, and welcome to episode number 7 of 6-Step Social School. So yesterday we talked about the 3 types of content that you absolutely must be creating on a daily basis in order to attract more leads and prospects to you. In today's training, we're going to be talking about a simple daily action plan for growing your business on social media. That's it, 6 steps. That is all you need to get daily leads, daily sales, daily signups in your business. You can spend as little time as you want, 30 minutes or less per day. You can spend as much time as you want. It's entirely up to you. So we've then got the good old word of the day challenge, where you're going to have the opportunity to win a done for you teaser post and a 30-minute strategy session with our teaser post queen, Diane Hogarth. And we're going to be giving you word number 2 today. So get ready for that. We've then got Tips Tuesday. Because, well, it's a Tuesday today, and that's what we do on a Tuesday. We're going to be sharing some of your best tips for building a business on social media. And we've got one of our gold ambassadors with us today, Maria Perryman, who is going to be coming live on the show to share her top tips about sharing compelling content and creating content to attract leads to you. So get excited for that and much, much more. So if you're watching live, again, I can see a load of you are already here as always. So great to see you. If you're watching live, type in the word live. If you're watching on replay, type in the word replay. Tell us whereabouts in the world you are. We've got a special surprise coming in a second. It's great to see so many of you here again. We can see wow, we've got Stuart, we've got Maria, just going to shout out to a few people here. Ginny, we've got Carrie, we've got Ash, we've got Ava. You are there, Ava, good to see you. We've got John, we've got Maria, we've got Paul, we've got tons of people, so great to see you. So as always, we are joined by our Platinum Ambassador, Robin Smith, who's going to be helping me with running the show as always, and sharing some of the ideas that we're talking about as well. So Robin, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Gavin. I am super excited to be here. You know what? I want to do things a little differently today. Okay, is that okay? Am I allowed to?
That sounds good to me.
Okay, I want to do it a little differently. How about a spot prize for some lucky person who decided to join us live and who is here on time? Not those people that come in a little later. We still love you, but those people that were right here, right at 2 o'clock, how about we do a spot prize for them?
I like that idea. That sounds good. What could that spot prize possibly be?
How about we do $20 into their PayPal account? Does that sound good?
That sounds awesome.
I got to get permission from you first, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to know is if you are on live, type the word live, L-I-V-E, live, in this video right now. And what we're going to do is at the end, right after the show ends, we're going to contact somebody and they're going to win $20 right then and there. So get on it. I see some lives coming in. You guys are like on this, like somebody wants $20. This is fantastic. So get that word live in right away. And I am super excited. You kind of spilled the beans just a little bit, but I am excited to announce our gold ambassador here at 6-Step Social, Maria Perryman, who I know very, very well. Her and I have worked together for a couple of years now and very, very closely. She's been around for several years with us. And after following the 6-Step method trainings in her business, it has grown dramatically. Okay. I watch her grow and it amazes me. I love it. I love to watch her do it. She can now get hundreds of free leads every week from Facebook. And she's enrolling like 4 to 20 new customers every month in her business, like clockwork. Okay. I mean, this is amazing. She's putting thousands of extra dollars in her pocket since going through these trainings. So believe me, it's great to have Maria here because she is more than qualified to be on these calls with us. And I'm sure she'll talk a little bit about her tips when she comes on a little later.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you for that, Robin. And I love that slide right there. I love that little GIF, the animated GIF of everybody cheering and saying, "Way, hooray, great day." Now, I have the same jumper on in this, which you were talking about yesterday, not to wear the same. You can just about see it. If you zoomed in a little bit, you might be able to see I have my hoodie on. So,
well, at least it's not from this show, because that would be, I was going to say, it's always embarrassing when you go back and it's like, I wore that on Friday and today's Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, good stuff. We've got so many lives coming in, but if you're brand new, if this is the first time you've been here before, just type in the word new and let us know that you're new. And we'll probably reach out and say hi to you to introduce you and welcome you to our family here. So again, as always, just want to say thank you to everybody for helping us share our message. We have had many of you sharing, and again, all you need to do is hit the share button. I know we repeat this every single show, but it's so important to help us get that message out there to many other people, because Facebook's a huge place, but the way that their algorithm works is that they only show the information that's important to people. So if you can help hit that share button, share it to your profile, share it to other Facebook groups. Again, many of you guys have already been doing this. We've got Daniela, we've got Brett, we've got Ash, we've got Lena, we've got Christine, Glenn, Cleopatra, Michelle, Diane, Robin, and many others have been sharing as well. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. What we're going to be talking about today is a simple daily action plan for growing your business on social media. And if you didn't know this already, we have a blog. It's fairly new at the moment. We're putting the trainings in there. We're adding to it on a daily basis, but you can go to sixstepsocial.com/blog, sixstepsocial.com/blog, and you're going to find that there is a section called Six Step Social School, and you'll be able to find all the past episodes of Six Step Social School. If you wanted to refer anybody there, you can do, but all the episodes are there with the embedded Facebook videos, so people can then click on the button and go straight over to Facebook to see the live interaction as well. Plus, if you're not a member of our Facebook group, you can go to sixstepsocial.com/community and just become part of the family. Inside of that group, you can get access to our social media attraction factor, which is in the units section of the Facebook group. And you can also join our 5-day challenge as well, to help you implement the basics and learn the basics of this entire process. Get your first system set up to attract leads and prospects to you. Does that sound good? Hopefully it does. Again,
yes.
A ton of you are typing in, so great to see everybody again. I love seeing all the friendly names that we know, but also I love seeing new people as well. That's the thing that really gets me moving.
We got some shared buttons. It looks like Stuart and John Spain are trying to get on that list that you have there. So
yeah, there we go. Maria as well.
Maria,
thank you guys. We greatly appreciate it. So let's just do a quick recap of what we've talked about over the last few episodes. So far we've talked about push and pull marketing, which was in episode 1. We've talked about the power of having your own Facebook group and how to find your perfect customer, which Robin did an amazing job of last Wednesday, when she went into the Facebook group. She introduced herself as a real person. And then yesterday we looked at the 3 types of content that you absolutely must be posting on a daily basis. If you remember that, if you remember the acronym that came out of it, was VET, V-E-T, value, engagement, teaser. And I love that, Robin. That was good, wasn't it?
That was great. I think it was Stuart. I think
yeah.
Stuart,
and for some reason, we'd never seen that acronym before, but there it is. So yeah, let's go to the vets. Let's create our daily content at the vets. Perfect. So step 1 we did yesterday, which was creating compelling content in order to attract leads and prospects to you. You're going to hear these 6 steps over and over and over and over again until they're in your mind completely.
You will be dreaming them, trust me.
Yeah, that's the hope anyway.
Yep.
Because that's all you need to do in your business. So we'll go through the other basic steps. But obviously the first daily method of operation is to create your content each day, whether it's value, engagement, teaser, or a mix of all 3. The second step we've talked about as well, having your own Facebook group. And the key to having your Facebook group. So when somebody joins your Facebook group, because you've created a teaser post, for example, and you've attracted them to you, they can join your Facebook group. And again, we'll go into a bit more detail about how to do that through the rest of these trainings. But they basically become a lead. When somebody joins your group, they're a member, but we call them a lead as well, because a group is very easy for people to join. You can see exactly who they are, and you can build that relationship with the person that's just joined your group. You can ask them some questions when they join your group, and that was one of Robin's tips a few days ago. She talked about, the types of questions you can ask when somebody joins your group. And ultimately, people are coming to you, which is an attraction-based marketing strategy. you can capture leads in multiple places. I don't know if you remember, we looked at the 6 steps method blueprint yesterday, where we talked about high touch, high tech, and high profits. Well, high touch is the simple part of the process. High tech is where we get a little bit more into the automation, into the blogging, into the complicated strategies. Email marketing, Facebook ads, retargeting, messenger chatbots. Again, most of this is going to go over your head right now, and that's absolutely fine. That's why we keep it simple on these calls. A lead can also be somebody who likes your fan page, because you can then reach out and connect with that person. And you can do other cool things with capturing leads in multiple places. But right now, we're just focused on bringing people into your Facebook group. One key question, one key statement is never just add people to your Facebook group, because people have to come to you. They have to request to join, otherwise you're going to get in trouble. And it's no fun having people add you to groups. And Robin, I'll bounce this one back off to you. How many times has somebody added you to a group, and in the past it's like, why? What
How
is
did
this
I
topic?
get this group? Exactly. I mean, that is a nice thing Facebook did do, is if you do add somebody to a group, they now have to accept that they've been added before they start seeing the content. Before, you would just see the content automatically. And like you said, it would come up on your screen. I don't remember joining that group, and then you see such and such added you to this group, and it's like, no
fun. So I'm glad that Facebook brought that strategy in as well, that feature in. Step 3 of the 6 steps. So far we've got create, we've got capture. Now we're going to connect with the new person that just joined your Facebook group. And you can do that in a 4-step process. Firstly, you approve your leads as they join your Facebook group. So a new member joins your group. Let's say you've got 5 members have just joined your group. What you can then do is you can approve them in a batch of, let's say, 5 people. So you approve them, approve, and you've got 5 new members in your group. The second thing to do is then to tag that person in a welcome post and just ask them to introduce themselves, just create the engagement, and then send them a friend request, which, is pretty easy to do, and send them a first message and begin the conversation ascension process. These people have come to you. So this is attraction-based marketing, and this is what attraction marketing is. And you have posture because people have requested to join your group. So when you reach out to them, they know who you are and they're looking forward to hearing from you. This is the start of the attraction marketing process and the warming up machine. As we talked about a couple of days ago, people only tend to join or buy from people that they know, they like, and they trust. So the key is build the relationship with your leads first, and it's going to be much more easier to recommend a product or service to them later. Step 4 is comment, but we like to call it engagement, because engagement is key on social media. This is, just a post here that had, I think, just like 77 comments of people saying, yes, please, I'm interested. I'd like to know more. And if you guys remember from yesterday, we talked about engagement, didn't we? And we talked about asking questions that gets people to engage. So the key is that you're engaging or commenting, and they are as well. And that means that they are much more likely to see your content.
Yeah. And I just want to give a little shout out to everybody. I loved how many engagement posts were posted in the Facebook group yesterday. Did you see that? I mean, where are you from? There was the one about, what are you going to do when the virus is over? When quarantine is over. There were so many great ones yesterday.
Ashes was really good, actually, and I think he's had about 20 comments on it already.
Awesome.
Powerful stuff. And so engagement is key. And Robin's put, as you can see on screen there, what's your favorite type of pizza? It doesn't need to be business related. It just needs to be personal. Bit of both. Combine the two. So engagement is important for 2 reasons. Facebook's algorithm works by showing users more of the content from the people that they communicate with and they engage with the most. Social proof, when people see a lot of comments on a post, they think that they're going to miss out on something because there's only 5 spaces left, for example, and 50 people have commented. It means that they want to be part of it even more. So engagement is powerful stuff. If you guys have got questions, I can see a few questions coming through, which is brilliant. One thing we may not always get time to answer all the questions here on this show. So the best thing to do is to post your questions in our 6 Step Social Facebook group, and either myself, Robin, or one of our other guys will reply there. Step 5 or 6 is communicate. So we call this conversation ascension, and you're ascending the conversation. You're building it up. It's a conversation with purpose. You're not just having a random Facebook chat with your leads. You're ascending it. And if you can get your prospect to admit to having a problem or a struggle, you can then provide your products, your services, and your business as a solution later. So always remember, you're creating value and you're providing a solution for your leads. So this is an example of how my wife, Pippa, who was a newbie at this, used a simple copy and paste message sequence that I gave her to earn us $14,425 from just one customer. Now, let me just ask you that question. Who would like to earn $14,425 from one customer using a simple process? I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
Yes.
And obviously, you've got to have a high-ticket business opportunity for that. But go for it, Robin.
And also remember, we're talking about this conversating with a purpose. I know when I first started, I would get stuck in what I call chatland. Love to talk to people, and we would just talk about everything. And you'd end up sending basically 100 messages before you ever even got to business, if you even ever got to it. So it is kind of important to keep your mind set on, where, ultimately we're going to talk about business, at least in your mind, So don't get stuck in chatland.
Yes, chatland takes a lot of your time and not so good.
We've
got a lot of me's coming in.
Yeah.
Me. So this was it, and you may need to make your screen a little bit bigger or the video bigger to see this. But the first part of the process was my wife approved Rahab into our Facebook group and did what I said. So she welcomed, she friend requested, she sent a first message, and she just said, "How are you doing? It's Pippa here. I'm working closely with Gavin. I've just approved you for our Facebook group. I just wanted to personally reach out and say hi. Whereabouts do you live?" Rahab came back and she says, "I live in Lancaster." So the conversation's already started. We asked a few questions to uncover the problem. Excellent. Just out of interest, what business are you building online right now? And Rahab came back and she answered the question. And then we asked a few other questions that were just out of interest, what business are you building online right now? Which is the one I just said. Are you building mostly online or offline? What have you found that you struggled with the most? Is it generating leads or is it getting sales and signups? Now, obviously, these are business builder and affiliate marketing, network marketing kind of questions, but you can do this with any industry, any product, any service. You've just got to ask a few questions to uncover the problems and the pains of the person, so you can provide your business as a solution later. We then offered something of value for free. So like a free gift, we gave Rahab something of value, which invoked what we call reciprocity. When you give something to somebody of value, people naturally want to repay you. And then we invited Rahab to a webinar, which is like a presentation that we were doing online. We said to Rahab first, we said, "Would you like a link to the webinar that we're doing? It's called, whatever the webinar was called at the time." And Rahab said, "Yes, please, I'd love a link." So we then sent her a link to the webinar. She joined the webinar, she watched the webinar, and then purchased a $49 product at the end of the webinar. And then later on, over the next couple of weeks, she upgraded to several different products that we've got, which then obviously, as I said, earned us $14,425 in commissions. So the process is simple, from generating the lead to capturing the lead, to warming the lead up, and then inviting them to something that you're doing, and then making that sale. So again, it's as simple as that. And all you need is a 4 to 6 message process to take your prospect through. I taught this process to my mom. One of our older members, Danny Young, gave this process to his virtual assistant to repeat because it's repeatable. Robin Smith gave this process to her virtual assistant. I'm not sure if you still have your virtual assistant, but I know at one point you had a ton of leads coming in and people were going through the process, and good stuff. So creates that leverage, doesn't it? And many of our students are teaching this process to their teams as well, because it's duplicatable and anybody can do it. All right, so last little bit is remember the five of the 6 steps we've covered is create, capture, connect, comment, communicate. And the final step is close. Now, when you've done the other 5 steps, you do not need to sell to people. It doesn't need to be a hard sell. You can get your leads to come to you, and then recommend what you've got. So one of the ways that we do it is through application forms, and we get people to apply to work closer with us. You can sell your products, your service, and bring them in as a customer, a client, or a team member, and it's incredibly powerful. Or you can recommend somebody else's products or services in return for a commission, which is affiliate marketing. And again, we talked a little bit more about that a couple of days ago. So let me just ask you, who can remember the 6 steps that I just talked about? Who wrote them down?
Who wrote them down? Yes.
What could they be? I know, as Robin said, it's going to be something that knowing it is one thing. Knowing it and implementing it is another thing.
Yep.
Knowing it unconsciously, so you don't have to think about it, is another thing. And there's actually 4 different levels that we'll go through. And Robin, when Robin came in, she hadn't got a clue about any of it, had you?
No, I remember those questions that you're talking about. I remember copying and pasting those questions because I didn't know them yet. I didn't know the order to ask in. And I had a sheet up and I would literally copy and paste back and forth. And then it was funny. It was like, suddenly, why am I copying and pasting? I know these. I can actually type it faster than I can to, copy and paste. So like I said, you'll start to dream it, over and over. Up all the C's.
All the C's, yeah. And I definitely have a thing for we different products and services and brands tend to be all the S's or all the C's, and they're tongue twisters. All good stuff. All right. Well, great. Well, keep it coming. Hopefully you'll remember that. But your challenge for today is, if you want to do it, create your own curiosity teaser post that we talked about yesterday. Post it where people will see it and see if you can attract your first comments and leads to join your Facebook group. It's going to get easier. Just have a go. And then the second thing I recommend to do is see if you can come up with a list of 3 conversation ascension questions that you can ask your leads and prospects to uncover some of their pains, their problems, and their challenges as you're talking to them. Because if you're not leading people through the conversation, again, like we said, you're just going to be wasting a ton of time. So tomorrow, Robin is going to be on here showing you live on Facebook again. Or we're going to be live on Facebook, should I say, 7 steps to get more leads from Facebook groups. So I'm excited.
And it is going to be live. I'll prep this now, so start thinking about this. I'm actually going to ask you guys what I should be doing. That's the way I'm going to do it. So I'm going to ask for suggestions across the way, and you guys are going to tell me basically what to do when we go through these 7 steps.
Very cool. Fun. I like that. So make sure you come along to that to help you get some more leads from Facebook groups. So let's dive into word of the... Take it away, Robin.
It's funny. I'm dancing over here, and I just realized you guys can't even see me. So that's really good that you missed my little dance that was going on.
They might be able to see you.
I don't know. I don't think you can. It shows up.
Actually, when the video's on, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll remember that. Okay, so on each episode of the 6-Step Social School, we have what we call Word of the Day. This week, it's a little different than what it was last week, so I hope you were paying attention. By the end of the week, you're going to have collected 5 words in total. But you're going to need to figure out which is the missing word, and then email that missing word to us at school@sixstepsocial.com, which I believe is on the screen. And do that by the end of Sunday, and you will be eligible to win the Word of the Day prize drawing that we will have next week. Remember, we had that cool little spinny thing? So we're going to do that again. So this week, you have the opportunity to win a done-for-you teaser post, and a 30-minute strategy call with our teaser post queen, Diane Hogarth. How are you doing, Diane? I don't even know if you're on, but she's amazing. And this is incredibly valuable. This will really help you get some leads from Facebook and no more chasing people, because nobody wants to chase people. So today's word of the day, which we mentioned a couple times, is connect. So your job is write that down, keep it safe. And then, like we said, we're going to give you 5 words. 1 word is missing. Email us that missing word by the end of the day on Sunday to school@sixstepsocial.com, and you will be entered in to win a prize. Woo, fun, fun, fun.
All right. Great. Looking forward to that. That is good. And Diane is awesome at teaser posts, as we've said. So let's move on to Tips Tuesday, where if you've got a tip, a social media tip, and we're going to give you some now, we're going to bring Maria on in a minute. Type in your tip underneath this Facebook Live that we're doing right now. I did post this already in our community, and we've had a ton of tips. We can't include them all today, but we'll definitely be bringing some more back next week. Use the hashtag 6stepsocial, so it's easier for us to keep track of the tips. And then next week, we're going to showcase some more of your tips that you post today. So this is anything that you do that you recommend or that you'd like other people to learn about as well, to help them build their business on social media. So firstly, I want to introduce you to Maria Perryman. Now, Maria has been with us for a good couple of years now. Again, when she first started, she didn't understand any of this stuff, and gradually she's built up, she's learned the process, she's repeated it, and then one day she said, I get it, I understand it, it all makes sense. And she just repeats the process now. She's generating hundreds of leads each week. She's, as Robin says, she's signing up 4 to 20 new customers each month. She's making thousands of extra dollars because of what she is doing here. So let me bring Maria on. And hello, Maria. Great to see you. What I might even do is bring you on full screen so we can actually see you as well.
Hello, everybody.
Fantastic to see you. So yeah, I think we'll go through the tips that we talked about. If you remember the tip that you talked about earlier, and maybe just tell people a little bit more about what you do with regards to creating content, and being consistent is the key, isn't it?
Yes, that's my number one tip. Be consistent, not only on your personal Facebook page, but in Facebook groups as well. So have focused attention on your work. That's so important, to just set aside maybe a half an hour to an hour and create your content and get it out there. I also recommend that you post 2 to 3 times a day. You don't have to post 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day. It will frustrate you. You have to think about everything that you're going to put up, and then you may end up being spammy in the process. So just think about 2 to 3 good posts, great posts to put up during the day, morning, afternoon, evening, and it's not stressful. It's not stressful then. When I put up a post in a group, sometimes I test it on my personal page first and then send it over to a group. And I'm telling you, when you post in the groups and people know you, get to know you, then you can post anything and you get responses from it. So that's important as well, to just make yourself known in different groups and comment and like on other people's posts while you put up your own posts. I put up a post recently, and it within 5 minutes, it had over 20 comments, and I was going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Wow. Is that the one that then got hundreds later, or was that a different one? Because I know you told me recently you had like hundreds of leads, and we said the problems change, don't they? Because it's like, how do I create content? Then it's like, how do I get leads? And then it's like, help, I've got so many leads, I don't know what to do with them.
Yes. And it gets to be fun. You watch and you're like, oh my God, what do I do? So I'm panicking on the other end. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to keep up with this? And it is a great problem to have. Great problem.
And when you create your content, just one other question, do you tend to do it spur of the moment? So you'll get an inspiration, you'll get an idea, and you'll create the content? Or do you tend to sit down and think about it maybe a day in advance or a week in advance? Or how do you tend to create your content?
I am a thinker. I ponder, I research, I look up, I check other people's posts. I'm just all over the place. And then finally I'll come up with something that makes sense, that people will want to answer. And so that's pretty much how the content comes. And it doesn't come every single day as far as being one that gains leads. Those come every so often. And when they do, I'm very happy, maybe once a month or so, but it just clicked all of a sudden for me. And I just been running with it and enjoying it and trying to teach others how to do the same.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing your tips. We appreciate it. Robin, you were
I
going to
want
say?
to add one little thing to that, and this is something Maria and I actually discussed, is once you get a post that works, make a copy of it. Okay?
Yes,
Reuse
yes,
it. If it worked once, it will
yes.
probably work again in 30 days or 60 days or something like that. So start
True.
archiving everything.
True, true.
Awesome. Well, guys, if you appreciate Maria, if you like what she
Thank
just
you.
shared, please, type in and say thank you, say that you appreciate her. We appreciate that as well, because, it helps Maria then realize that what she shared is, well, she knows this already because she's been doing it for so long, but it's incredibly valuable stuff. So thank you for me, Maria. We appreciate you. I'll keep you on the screen now until we finish. And we'll see you soon.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so let's dive into Gina Tierney's tip. She shared this last week, but we wanted to share it now. To increase engagement on your Facebook profile, your Facebook or your Instagram, or your profile, should I say, post to stories at least once a day. Now, stories are very underutilized by a lot of people, myself included, actually. I don't use them as much as I probably should do, but, it's going to create more engagement. And what you're going to find is you post something that's valuable and you're going to get a load of messages in your inbox from people replying back to those stories. So we'll do more on that over the next few weeks or months as we go through. And that's
going to be a challenge, actually, now that I think about that. Maybe I'm gonna make people do more stories. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too. I think that's a good one, and me as well. So you can be. You need to do more stories.
Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll think about that. Okay.
Cool. So Thomas Canty's tip says, brand yourself, not your product. How many people, if you think about it, brand their product, their service, or their business opportunity, not themselves? People know, like, and trust you based on you, not the product or service that you offer. Again, we're getting a ton of people saying, thank you so much, Maria. Great tips, Maria. We appreciate Maria. Thank you, Maria. We've got, thank you, Maria. Thank you, Maria. So we've got tons of people responding and coming back there, which is awesome. And then we've got Carrie Meta Farsgads. Now, I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce your name as well as we did with Ava. I think I've cracked Ava's now. Actually, I'm not going to try it. I've forgotten. I'm not going to try it. So Carrie says, give honest value, understand the person's need, and give them the message they need to hear. Commit yourself to a daily method of operation, and then you'll have your integrity, and the person will get to know, like, and trust you. So if you keep doing something and repeat the process over and over again, people start to get to know, like, and trust you. So thank you for sharing that. And again, to everybody else, feel free to type in your tips so we can read them out next week. And finally, let's do what we always do and move into your biggest takeaway.
Oh, so we want to get you in the habit of sharing what you've learned on Facebook, on other social media. We talk about Facebook all the time, but definitely Instagram, put them out there, Twitter, if you still use it, to get you going through. When you repeat something that you've learned, you'll find you learn it much faster, okay? Tony Robbins says, repetition is the mother of skill. So the more you repeat something over and over and over, the easier it is to learn. Remember those flashcards as a kid? It's funny, I actually have flashcards right here for my son. So we all used them, and definitely they still work. So maybe make flashcards of the 6 steps, right? Then we'll learn it that way. When you repeat back what you've learned, you're creating fresh new content, which, again, we talk about creating content all the time. You can now post that new content onto Facebook and other social media platforms. This is going to attract people to you. They want what we have. When you repeat back what you've learned, you're helping others. Again, they need your help, okay? So sharing your knowledge, this positions you as the person they want to follow and they want to learn from. So in order to achieve this, we ask you again, share what is your biggest takeaway? Okay, what is it from today's? Go to the Facebook group, the 6-Step Social Facebook group. If you're not already a member, you can join at 6stepsocial.com/community. And please post your biggest takeaway, your aha moment, whatever it is, and use the hashtag 6stepsocial so we can find your post. Because, special, at the end of April, we're going to go back and go through and see a person who had the most valuable post, and they're going to have a chance to win $100 in cash PayPal'd right over to you. So what was your biggest takeaway? Maybe it was what Maria shared, maybe it was something you learned, but we want to know what it is.
All right, great stuff. Well, thank you so much to everybody here again. We will see you tomorrow. As we said, Robin's going to do 7 steps to get more leads from Facebook groups. So we're excited to see that information. As always, you're welcome to share this. Again, you can share afterwards as well. You don't have to share just before. You can just hit the share button. You can do a watch party. You can share public. But hopefully you've seen the value of this now and it's helped you. Well, if it's helped you, it's going to help somebody else as well. And they're waiting to hear from something like this, because there's not much stuff out there where we give as much value as we have done here. So thank you, Robin. I appreciate what you've shared today. Thank you so much, Maria. It's been great to see you. Let me just unmute you quickly so you can say bye to everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, awesome. So we'll see you all soon, and we'll be back tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.